like to rap about communism. I have one rap about communism. And I hear you say, why? I said, I hear you say, why?
Why?
I'll tell you why. My grandparents have recently been learning a lot about my grandparents and my heritage for the show that Carmina was talking about called Bloodlines. And I've been discovering about their communist roots. So in the 50s and 60s, they were like 100% devout communists. Obviously they weren't religious, because, you know, by definition, communists aren't religious. But instead of like a shrine to a religious person on the wall, they had like a sort of picture of Stalin, and instead of a cross, they had a hammer and a sickle. Obviously, they were like big in the game. They used to like go to all the protests. They used to put posters on the walls of their neighbourhood with messages like "Workers of the world, unite!" and "Solidarity between Jews and Arabs." They lived in the Middle East. And they were like intelligent, clever people full of empathy. So they didn't believe any of the propaganda about the Soviet Union, like America was like an evil place. They thought every negative words that anyone had to say about the Soviet Union were lies. And when they actually discovered what Stalin had done and all the atrocities, like all the 20 million people who were like responsible for murdering, they took down his picture from the living room wall and wept. Some deep shit right there, some deep shit. So this was my mum's childhood, right? So she was raised in the movement. She's like May 1st, which is International Workers' Day, which is basically like Christmas. Mum would be there at the head of the procession, like singing like a trooper. She'd be banging on the drums, and she, although looking back, she was like, well, some of it was intense. She was really grateful that she had something that she could believe in, something that she thought was about equality and whatever. Now, their beliefs slowly dissipated, and you know, I came along. So when I was 13, I'm comparing myself to my mum now, yeah? She was in the protest movement, and I was stealing cigarettes and singing the wrong words to garage anthems. My main concerns in life were whether I'd see Nigel in maths class and how to smoke like a grown-up, and Mum's main concerns was how to save the world and when the revolution was going to come, right? So, in fact, like, I used to like dressing up a lot as a teenager, so I used to like spill out of these really too tight dresses, and then when I used to go to garage raves, I was supposed to garage raves on the whole revival, yeah? So I used to baby gel, I used to gel the front bits of my hair to my forehead, like everyone else used to do that. Why the fuck did we do that? Who told us that was a good idea? It was so, and like, oh my god, and I used to do like, you know, like this dance, and like fish little fish cut, and we make up our own dance moves, so do you want to see some? Yeah. So there's this one, which is, we used to call shopping cart! Yes! And then this is a variation, which is shoplifting. What else is there? Basketball.
Why that way?
I don't know. I used to gel the front hair to my forehead. It was really like a person who dances. This was tennis. And really shit game of tennis. You hit yourself in the head with a tennis racket. And tennis racket even. And obviously big fish, little fish, carnival.